Hello,
Yeah,
fans of me from NetEase Cloud Music. I am that of Charlie Puth, and I am talking to NetEase Cloud Music, and I appreciate all of you listening to me right now.
right. The world has changed by the pandemics.
Yeah.
So, what was your biggest takeaway from that?
I think it really affected my songwriting in kind of a positive way. I've never been more vulnerable with how I write music. It's like been a really wonderful change. And this whole album, I'm calling it Charlie. It's the whole album is me being my most vulnerable self. Even Light Switch is a vulnerable song. It's very fast and upbeat, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And you mentioned that the pandemics changed the way you creating music. So this time the light switch, you documenting the whole process on TikTok for months. So how was the experience like?
It was completely unexpected. I just wanted to make a what I consider to be a goofy song to show people that I was still making music, and I was just layering it on the spot. One of the songs started off like ba 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 ba, and I put the bass down, the drums down. It all happened. The video only took like 5 minutes to make, but it all happened kind of right before my eyes, and I uploaded it. And I'm like, I can't believe how well this is doing and how well it's being received. And the whole goal is to make people feel like they wrote the song with me.
You mentioned this time you used your name as the album's name. Why is that? Charlie.
I've always wanted to name an album from my first name, but I wanted to wait until the music felt absolutely right to do so. And it's for the first time, the music feels perfect to do so.
Yeah, and also for the song for the new single, and we know that you inspired by the Light Switch song. That was crazy. So could you please tell us more about that? Yeah.
Right. Well, okay. So I always wanted to make a song with a sound effect. And I wanted this. I didn't know what the sound effect was going to be at the time, but I saw the light switch, and no pun intended, but it just went off in my head, and I knew right then. When I saw the light switch, I just heard the entire song in my head. And it's a little bit of a anticlimactic end to that story, but that's literally what happened. And the song was pretty, like, the reason why the song sounds the same as it did when I made it back in September is that nothing really changed.
As a singer and songwriter, so what do you do to research or locate your new motivations for songwriting?
Just I listen to people's conversations. I constantly am listening into people talk, because they might not necessarily even know that what they're saying could be a great song. I'm always reading comments and just reading up on pop culture. It's super fun for me, so it doesn't really feel like working even.
So, and we also want to know that because you mentioned recently, I think from Zane Lowe's interview, and you mentioned that you didn't like some of your works in 2019. Why?
Yeah, it just didn't feel real. It didn't feel real enough to me, and I was making this album, and nothing felt really. It didn't. It felt like I was pretending to be somebody. So I had to put a stop to that and restart and regroup, and I'm so glad I did that. While it took a long time, it's all worth it, because this album that's coming out is going to be my best work.
And how did you find the passion and relight the engine from of songwriting? Because you have some humble times and then you back, right?
Yeah, luckily I love doing this. I love making music so much that it doesn't feel like work to me. So if I make a song and it doesn't resonate, great, I'll make another one. If that one doesn't, I'll make another one, and maybe the third one does. I never think about that stuff. I'm very methodical. I don't make like like Ed Sheeran will make like 100 songs in one day because he's like insanely talented. But I can only like I have to like think of a melody, and that melody has to be locked in my brain, and then I play it on the piano, and that's the only song I'll make the whole day.
And more question about that is you have been beatboxing on Super Bowl ad. Oh, so
Yeah.
which level you are beatboxing now?
Like I think near. I don't want to call myself an expert, but I'm not. I'm better than I was when I started in seventh grade when I was 13. So I've gained some confidence there.
Do you mind just show a little bit for us?
Oh yeah. I'll do whatever song I should
Yeah.
do, but light switch. So light switch sounds like. I should probably do the chorus. Kind of fun to do.
Woo, woo, whoa, thanks. And 虎年快乐 Happy
活
Tiger
活年快乐。
Yes, 虎年快乐. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks for your time
Thank,
and great songs coming. Okay, bye.
thank you. I think so.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And I can't wait to come back and celebrate maybe another New Year with you in person and play music with you and have you be my backup choir like you were last time. 虎年快乐。